There's a girl with wild heart, met some friends through podcast art. Josh is preaching from his court, while Caleb's wisdom gives support. Current events and sports today, make your people laugh and play. From the screen, real life fun, now this family has begun. Holly and the Bros, Holly and the Bros. Here we go. From the desert to Midwest fun, Holly and the Bros. Let's go. Spunky Holly with sneaky grin, Pastor Josh there through thick and thin. Gentle giant Caleb speaks words of truth that make you think. Cross the miles to meet and share adventures that are oh so rare. Different views but same big heart, friendship's what has set them apart. Holly and the Bros, Holly and the Bros. Here we go. From the screen to real life fun, Holly and the Bros. Let's go.
Welcome back.
Hello. Whoa, my hair looks wild.
U of A, I think, is probably going to dominate our conversation, at least in the very beginning. So if you are not an NCAA basketball fan, sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry.
Yeah, I knew Holly wasn't going to be sorry.
No.
Yeah, no. So before we get to that, though, well, actually, let's talk about March Madness, because that's going to have something to do with what I was going to say first for next week. But March Madness, we have our Final Four. And without a doubt, the biggest matchup in the Final Four is Saturday.
Yes.
Arizona versus Michigan.
The late game.
Yeah, for sure, the late game. And this is, before we get into the details of Arizona making the Final Four, let me ask you this. Has this tournament lived up to expectations? I know, take Arizona out of it, Holly.
Mm-hmm.
Have the games been what you hoped they would be throughout? Have they been a little bit of a letdown? You know, there wasn't as many Cinderella stories. But what do you guys think about the tournament so far?
I think it's been awesome. And that is taking Arizona out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the first time in a very long time, they got the seeding, and it's proven they got the seeding very correct.
True.
Yeah, I saw Vegas had a bet that add the seeds up in the Final Four, and before the tournament started, you had the over under of 9.5, and it was way under because it was 1-1, 2-3. Is that right? So I say way under, but it's 7. But if Iowa would have won, it would have busted that bet. So yeah. So all in all, you're pleased with the play and the games and all that stuff.
Well, I really am. I think that, there has been some blowouts. I mean, for instance, we'll just go into the Final Four or the Elite Eight, I guess, and talk about that real quick. And, when Michigan played, and as well as Duke, Michigan blew out poor St. John's. No, not St. John's. No. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank right now.
I don't have it pulled up.
Who did they play? I feel like it was such a blowout.
Arkansas?
No, we played Arkansas.
Oh, you played, yeah. I don't know.
Alabama.
There we go. Close, Caleb. I was like thinking started with an A. I was really disappointed in the way Alabama played. I've seen them play this whole season, and they were I thought that they were going to give Michigan a game because they're little and they're really fast and scrappy. And I didn't see any of that. And so their game was just really boring to me. And then we'll move on to Duke and UConn.
Yeah.
I kid you not when I tell you I was watching the game and I was like, this game is boring. And, it's right after the Michigan and Alabama game. And so I was like, this is the dumbest day ever. And so I was just like, I might just take a nap or fall asleep. Like, this is really boring. And then the second half came. And UConn started doing stuff. And by
Mhm.
stuff, I mean scoring threes, which they were 1 for, I think, 14 the first half.
Mhm.
So then they started scoring, and I'm like, there is no way. There is no way that they're going to lose this. All they got to do is really hold the ball, stall.
Yeah. They were up 19 at one point.
Hmm?
They were up 19 at one
19
point.
points. Yes, 19 points. And so I thought for sure, it was over. UConn was going to lose. And then, holy shit, it happened. I cannot believe how it happened. I'm glad it happened because who doesn't love to see Duke lose? And then on top of that, that was like instant karma for the Boozer twins, their dad, because the way he acted after the St. John's game, he needed humbled, and he got humbled real quick and really hard.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, because even they did an interview with one of the Boozer brothers. I think it was like the good one. And I hate saying that because they're both good. But there's one that is better than the other.
Yeah.
Top 3 draft pick in next year's draft.
Yeah. And during their conference tournament, right? They won their conference and the tournament. But during the tournament, they were 2 games in, and they were like, well, we came in with the expectations of this being easy to win. And so far it's proved us right.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, these guys got what they deserved. And I just feel bad for the not so good brother because he was the reason. He could have held the ball for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Something. And he didn't. He tried to throw it to an opponent, and UConn was ready. And that little guy, he had missed every 3 that he shot the entire game and made the winning shot with 0.4 seconds to go.
He was just too close the rest of the time.
Huh?
He was just too close the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like a 32-foot shot or 32-foot 3-pointer he nailed. The rest of the time he was too close. But I got to tell you, too, as a basketball coach, I promise you in the timeouts that they were talking about that, all you need to do is make 1 pass and hold the ball. That's it.
That's it.
Make 1 pass. I mean, and they actually made a pass to the wing, back to the middle, or back to the guy that threw it in bounds, and then back to the middle. So they got an extra pass, and really all he needed to do was dribble away from the defense until they fouled him. There would have been like 2 seconds left. He makes 1 free throw. Worst case scenario, they tie. He makes both free throws, game's over. And I will tell you, I saw what he saw. He had 2 of his teammates flashing down the other end of the court wide open. But there is an epidemic in basketball where everybody tries to throw the pass over the top.
Yep.
Nobody fakes high and goes low. If he would have done that, it could have rolled to the out of bounds and the time would have expired. But yeah, that was good.
It just reminds you that they're kids, really.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you
Yeah,
have no idea how many times during this, I mean, just during the seasons in general, I have to remind myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what were you thinking? These are 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 18, I was just a kid. And that's what they are. They're just kids. And we put so much pressure on them as fans. And we really, really do. And I know they signed up for that and that, they're used to it-ish. But not like that. And I think that's why, like, I'm super, super happy for UConn. I really am. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of UConn. I don't really know too much about them. But that just proved, like, you don't give up. They did not give up, being 19 points down, and then to be able to come back and beat the #1 team in the nation.
Yeah.
The way they did was just really, really awesome. But I do feel really sad for the Boozer brother, the one that should have held the ball. I do feel bad for him because, seeing the interview afterwards, he cried, and it was just heartbreaking for me, like, to see that. And so, but it's due. And
I will tell you, though, the innocence of it is a little bit less now that these guys are making millions of dollars to play college basketball.
Absolutely.
Because if it would have been, except for the teams that were cheating, say 10 years ago, and he would have done that and he would have been that upset, I would have been the first person to say, he's 18 years old, give the kid a break. you know,
Yeah.
because the kids on college campus are going to be upset, you know, all this different things.
Mhm.
But I saw him in a State Farm commercial. I saw him in a
Samsung commercial.
Samsung
Yeah.
commercial
Mhm.
during that. And so, and who knows what kind of NIL money he was making on, you know, too. So
Yeah.
let's just say there's a good chance at least the Good Boozer brothers making $10 million a year. I mean, who knows?
Right.
But so the innocence there is kind of like, you're making big boy money.
Well, and
You can't be making little kid mistakes, you
True.
know.
and on top of that, I mean, the dad, they grew up in the NBA. They grew up around basketball and the way the game is played.
Oh,
The
yeah.
dad was in the NBA for like 12 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like so
Oh yeah, he was. I think a national. I'm pretty sure they won a national title with him at
They
Duke
did.
when he was there.
they did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Did you
saw
see
like
what-
I started going down the rabbit hole of the history of the Boozer brothers, and actually they have a really like touching story about their older brother, and he had sickle cell anemia, and the reason the Boozer brothers are here actually is to use their cord blood when they were born for the brother to help him with that sickle cell anemia. And so
I've heard of that.
they saved their brother's life. Like it's an amazing story. It really is. But it still is clouded because of the way they act. Like
Yeah.
humble yourself.
Yeah. If you guys were the ref,
Got real humble. So
if you guys were the ref, how would you react to what the UConn coach did? Did you see that after the game?
So I have so many questions around that because I didn't see it myself. I've seen it all over the internet.
Yeah.
So I need to know more context around it because I have seen other people saying that the ref and the coach are actually friends. And so it was more like a playful interaction. It
Okay.
wasn't because it was after that kid made the shot and there was
Yeah.
still, 0.4 seconds to go. So why would he do that in an angry way?
What
like
did he
there
do?
was nothing. He like went
Almost,
face to face with the guy,
yeah,
like,
like
even
almost
touched
touch heads. Yeah.
yeah, and it looked like he was angry, like it was almost, but he had no reason to be. I think it was a playful interaction, like a friend interaction, like, tough guy kind of situation, but I'm not 100% sure, which you should know better playing in a professional game. You shouldn't be able to do that because now fans and people are like, what the hell? They would have lost the game had he got a
Oh,
technical.
yeah. That's what I was thinking.
So,
Well, not only that, but didn't some of the UConn fan or players run out onto the floor whenever that kid hit that
Yes.
shot?
I mean, yes, I would have been right on that floor too, because
But
it was
that, by the
unbelievable.
rules,
It's
is a
not
technical foul.
correct.
So it's
Yeah.
weird, and it's always been this way. It's not something new for UConn or Duke or any of that stuff. It's always been this way that the rules get bent a little bit more towards the end. They let them play a little bit harder. Kids end up on the floor with 0.2 seconds left. I get it.
Yeah.
Most of them probably thought the game was over. Coach gets in the ref's face and nothing happens. And if it wouldn't have went down the way that it went down, probably nobody would be talking about it. But those coaches, as a coach, I watch them. They get away with so much stuff during the games. The language they use to the officials, I can read their lips, and I promise you, at the high school level, 99% of the things they say to those refs will get you ejected out of a high school game.
Oh,
At least in Missouri. So at some level, they either need to bring that professionalism back to that relationship between coach and official, or just quit showing it because it kind of gives you.
Well,
gives it
didn't
a
you
little bit
get
of
a
black eye.
technical? Didn't you get a technical for just saying that was a horrible call?
Oh
something
yeah.
like that?
So yeah, there was a charging call on one of my players, and I asked as the ref was coming back, I was like, "What was the call?" Like, because he was coming to the scores table where I was at, and because I didn't see him signal a charge or a block or anything, and he said it was charged, blah blah blah, and he's screaming at me, and I was like, "Man, okay, that's horrible." And he goes, "What did you say?" And I said, "That's horrible." And he teed me up. I didn't even yell. But I wasn't even saying that it was a horrible call. I was thinking horrible situation. It's crunch time. We really needed the ball out of bounds there. We did not need a charge. and he teased me up over it. And just because some of those guys are super sensitive, but yeah. So UConn. So what do you think what do you think the finals are going to be now? Now that we have the Final Four, because that side of the bracket with UConn did not work out the way I was hoping.
Yeah, it did for me. I have UConn and Arizona going to the end.
Okay.
But I think that the UConn Illinois game is actually going to be really good. However, I do think that the winner from Michigan and Arizona is going to win the national championship. There is no doubt in my mind.
Illinois actually scares me more than I think they scare most people, because they can play very physical and have the bodies to be very physical, and they have just enough good guard play to keep in a lot of games. I think it's going to be an excellent Final Four. I think both semifinal games are going to come down to the wire, and I think this may be that we've had in a long time, which would be a week from tonight, right? Isn't it Saturday, Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of that, somebody out of the three of us is going to be in Indianapolis.
Yes, I am.
And if U of A makes it to the title game, we will not have a podcast next week.
No.
If they do not, we probably still should. I'm guessing. Holly won't be in a very good mood, but
I was going to say, I don't know.
no, we got to have the reaction, good or bad.
Yeah, Meg, I've been doing my neck exercises.
Slim down a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think that I might have a really hard time if we don't make it, just because not everybody is aware. Maybe you are, just because you've seen my tweets like going crazy, but we have not been to the Final Four since 2001.
You know, I would cry for you, Holly, but Mizzou has never made it to the Final Four. So that really doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. Here's the thing is you don't realize it until it actually happens. Like was it yesterday or no, it was yesterday. I woke up early because I couldn't sleep. And this is a true story. I couldn't sleep because I kept dreaming that I was about the game, that the game didn't actually happen yet. And so I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh shit, that happened. That really happened. And I really thought about it. And just the last time we went to the Final Four was with the late Coach Olson. And he is everything to Tucson. That's all I've known. Like just growing up, it was Lute Olson. And having Tommy Lloyd as our coach now, he is just so familiar. And he's so much like Coach Olson. And so there's just something special about it. But you don't realize, like, oh, you've been watching this for me, I've been watching it since I was born. I mean, that's just the truth. I've been a U of A fan since I was born. My parents weren't going to let us have it any other way.
So 29 years.
Yeah, 29 years. And so, like, I've watched it all my life. And I guess even from, I was in 2001, I was 18 years old. So it's my adult life. I guess I just didn't realize how special it actually feels to make it to the Final Four. We've gotten close. Gotten to the Elite Eight. That was 12 years ago.
Mizzou's never made it to the Elite Eight.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. When it happens, you're going to feel differently. I'm not even kidding. It's something special. I can't even explain it. I cried when we won. And Tommy Lloyd made a speech, and he actually, mentioned Lute Olson.
Gotcha.
And he acknowledged the fans and how important it was for the fans. And he got choked up saying thank you to the fans for always showing up. And it's just something I'm not even part of the team, but I have been rooting for them all my life, and just to actually be here when it happens,
Yeah.
that is one of the reasons that my entire family is like, we're going. There's no doubt about it, because I mean, first off, it's been 25 years. Are we going to wait another 25 years? And are my parents going to be around?
Depends on how many of those freshmen go to the Go Pro next year.
They're talking about the entire starting 5.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, and they could.
So when's the next time this can happen, with especially with the NIL and how there's the portal and all that?
Mhm.
It's going to be hard for to get back there. It really is. I hope we can do it again next year, but it's going to be, we're rebuilding again. It's a brand new team.
So
Yeah.
season 5 may start next Monday, or it may not. We will have to see.
Yeah.
Depends on the
But
cast.
let me ask you a question about your coach, though, because I have started to see some rumors
Mhm.
that he, people have been asking, not him, obviously, because he's still playing, but there is a huge rumor that Bill Self may retire from the University of Kansas, and that the first person they're going to offer the job to is, I forget your coach's name,
Tommy Lloyd.
Tommy Lloyd, and the experts say that he would have to seriously consider it, and more than 50% of them think he would take the job.
Why?
Yeah, so
Because they consider Kansas a better basketball school than Arizona nationally.
Why?
They just do. I don't know. I'm going to guess that you don't think he will. I have no idea, but I thought it was super weird that they brought that up, because I think, and I hate KU, I will say that straight up before I say this, that they are one of the most overrated basketball schools in the country.
Mhm.
And yes, they won a title. Was it during COVID? Is that when they won last? And Bill Self, I think, has won 2 titles maybe there. I don't know how many titles.
Something like
Yes,
that.
they've been playing basketball forever. Naismith invented basketball. But have you ever been to Lawrence, Kansas? You have. I promise you, Bill Self has been paying players for a long time, because no
Middle
one
of
goes
nowhere.
there willingly.
No.
I promise you, no one goes there willingly. So I just thought it was an interesting conversation.
It is. I mean, there's the Kansas talk, and there was the North Carolina talk.
North Carolina too,
Sure.
because they're going to wait to see, because they would take either one of those coaches. I think
I think so too. But what pisses me off the very most is, on numerous occasions, I try to watch all the press conferences that Tommy does, especially after the game. And somebody actually brought that up. And on numerous occasions has he said, my number one focus is right now, is winning this national championship. That is my number one focus, doing it, game by game. I already have the best job in the league.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're bringing it up now, and it's a conversation, I feel like it's a distraction. Number one, but I just, knowing Tommy Lloyd's background, and he was a assistant coach for Gonzaga for like 4 years, but this Arizona gave him his first head coach job.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of like background stuff that adds on to it, that I do not think that he will go, especially that I don't think Arizona will let him go easily. I think that whatever that, Kansas or UNC is willing to pay, I think Arizona will come back and say, well, us too. So I know that his wife also graduated from Arizona. There's a lot to it. So I do not think that he's just going to go easily. I don't think it's like a shoe-in, that he's leaving. It will have to be like super consideration, but I don't think that he's even thinking about it until after the championship is over.
Yeah,
that's true. I think sometimes they bring things like that up too, just to fill time.
Yeah.
And their little post game and halftime and pregame shows and things like that too. So, but it will be interesting, because there have been people that I thought would never do certain things in the coaching world, that all of a sudden there's more zeros than they could ever fathom. And they're like, because this isn't a secret, there are a lot of people coaches that have had very good pedigrees that had 2 or 3 bad years, and the school was like, or the pro team was like, yeah, well, we're done with you. What have you done for us lately? So it's a
Right.
very fickle profession. So it'll be interesting, I think, to see what happens. I mean, one, I promise you he's not distracted by it. The media might be. I doubt the players or him are distracted by it at all. When you get to the Final Four, you are not thinking about anything else.
Well, and there is something very special about the team this year that I mean I haven't seen in years and years, and that is they are so team driven. It's almost crazy. Not one of them, if somebody, they're being interviewed and they talk about how great they're doing, what their stats were, they actually circle back around to where it's a team effort and they want to talk about the team and what the team did, not about themselves. And that is something special. And I mean, it's crazy. This team is special.
Well, I will tell you that nobody at their best that I've seen in this tournament, when they're playing at their best, plays as well as Arizona does. The only team that I would put in the same A plus is Michigan. There's times where Michigan looks unbeatable, but I feel like I've seen Arizona look more unbeatable.
I was going to say, so how many times, Alabama, when they played Alabama, for instance, how much of that was that they're unbeatable opposed to how bad Alabama performed? You know what I mean? It's really kind of hard to
both those things feed off one another, though, too.
Yeah. And I think that Arizona actually has the team to really match up to Michigan. And that is why I have wanted to play them all season, because all season, the announcers, the panel of people who talk about it, what are they called? Charles Barkley, all of them.
The analysts.
They're writing for Michigan from day one and how great they are and all the things. Well, let's see a team that can match and let's see who the best team is. And this game on Saturday is going to actually tell who the number one country or team is in the country. I really believe that.
I think it's also going to tell this game is going to be won by the coaches, because I think that they both have an arsenal of players that nobody is going to be hindered by their talent. It's going to be won by game plans, I think, and how they and what kind of sets they run in and out of bounds, what kind of pressure they bring on defense, different things like that. So it's going to be good. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to this Final Four, maybe more so than I have in the last few years. And we root for Arizona because you're an Arizona fan. We don't really have those ties. So for kind of the outsider looking in, we're pretty excited about it. So I think everybody is, and I think it'll be really good. I know with you being in Indianapolis, that may that may actually calm you a little bit, because I can only imagine you pacing through your living room Saturday before the game.
It was awful. So was it Saturday or Thursday? It was the Thursday game. So we were still in the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
And we were the late game.
Yeah.
And that was brutal. Having to watch the game before that, and just the anticipation was literally, I had anxiety all day long until we played. And then it was weird because it just stopped. And same thing on Saturday. There was something weird. I woke up and I was like, okay, we're going to play today. Get ready. And so I got dressed, all the things. And I just had crazy anxiety up until the game started. And then I was like, okay, we got this. There was just something, even when we were down by 7 at halftime, I was nervous, but I'm always nervous, but I wasn't nervous that we were going to lose.
See, that's really weird to me, because I've never been nervous to watch a team that I wasn't playing for or coaching.
I do. Because I can't play basketball. I'm on no team. This is my time to shine, right?
Yeah.
But, Yeah,
Are you
no,
superstitious?
very,
So do you
very.
have like a certain meal or snacks or whatever?
It's more of like switching up routines during the day, or if I don't have my earrings on, it gives me heart palpitations. Like I need my earrings because I wear the same earrings every time. And
Wow.
yeah, it's
So she's more than a little stitious. Isn't that what they say in the
Yeah.
office?
Yeah, I'm
Little
a-
stitious.
but also like there is a part of me that's like, do I go to Indianapolis? Are we gonna jinx them by going?
Man,
And
if you jinx them, you're gonna have
what's
to get rid of your
really,
fandom.
really killing me right now is do we do this? Because I haven't gone to any of the games in the tournament. And now like one of the most important games we're going. And I'm not sure. I don't know.
Do you think it really matters?
No, I know it doesn't.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit.
I mean, deep down, I kind of want it to, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, we've been talking about March Madness for 30 some minutes. So I have to talk about something I saw on the internet earlier in the week. This may have been the next day after our podcast last week on Tuesday. I don't remember what day it was. But did you see that Reacher got in a real life fight?
Oh, real life. But did you know, like when they first released it, he was in the fault?
Uh-huh. And then by the time they did the body cam that he was wearing and all that stuff, it was actually the neighbor.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'll be honest with you. That's not the part that even upsets me. The part that upsets me is that it's Reacher. That guy got back up. Like, how did he not stomp a mud hole in that guy?
I don't think that he was nearly as tough on him as.
I'll never look at him the same way again.
Oh no! I'm glad he wasn't because he absolutely could. The neighbor was this nerdy dude.
Maybe not. Could just be all acting. Now I don't know. I thought he was unbeatable and he could take on armies, and now he kind of pushed around an old dude. So, yeah, no. Anyways, I just thought that was kind of funny because what kind of an idiot are you? I almost wonder if that neighbor was looking for a payday. Like he saw him driving around. He's like, I'm going to go see if I can get $10,000.
Because he released the video initially. The neighbor did it was his fault. I really don't think the neighbor knew he had a body cam. And Rachel came out and said, haha, let me show you what really happened here, buddy.
But he should have at least stuck him once good. He didn't even really get a good shot.
Gosh, you go to jail for shit like that.
Yeah.
And
not if you didn't instigate it. You can defend yourself as hard as you want.
Oh my gosh.
Up to the point of manslaughter.
Yeah.
But all right. So last week we were talking about AI, and I completely forgot to go into what we had put in the description. And I got some DMs about, hey, how come you didn't talk about the AGI of AI? So NVIDIA came out and said that their AI has now achieved AGI. Do you know what that means?
What's that, Josh?
It is that it can think for itself. It can learn for itself. It can do functions that like humans are doing. Like it can run companies. It can grow intellectually. All these things, just like straight out of Terminator.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Skylink.
Yeah.
And when the NVIDIA or Skynet, Link. Shout out to Elon. But whenever I think it was the president of NVIDIA was talking about it, he wasn't excited about the fact that they had reached AGI, even though it's like OpenAI and Google and Meta and all these people, that's what they're trying to achieve. Mm-hmm. This guy was kind of like, yeah, no, we did it. That's the thing. The tone of the guy is what really brought me back. I was like, uh-oh.
Built something that's smarter than they are.
And
constantly learning. I mean, that's general.
I also think
That's scary.
That is
Yeah.
what's going to take crypto to the next level.
It might be.
Because somebody said something that I think we've all known forever, but we never, at least in my brain, it never really connected on all cylinders. Was they don't have arms, they don't have legs, they do everything on the internet, and they have to have currency to be able to do the things that they're going to want to do.
Mhm.
And what currency are they going to use?
Digital.
Digital. Yeah. So when that happened, I was like, oh, so they've reached that. That's scary because now they may decide they don't need us, just like in Terminator. But it could be exciting because now they're going to start purchasing things on the internet and moving money around. And I mean, that people have already got pretty sophisticated bots that are doing trading for them.
Yeah.
I just keep seeing these guys that are matching these bots up, and they give them each 1,000. They say you got 48 hours. Whoever makes the most money wins. The other one is we're taking offline forever. And it's almost like they're
revolutionary.
Yeah, but it sounds like they're like fighting each other to see who can not get unplugged.
Did anybody catch that?
No, you cut out.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I said like my deck spot.
Yeah.
Revolutionary, guys.
Yeah, since you brought that up, did anybody happen to catch on X like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, of Dawn staring up at what looked like the Plaza Hotel in Vegas, and he was so excited about what was going to be released and what was going to happen? Anybody catch that? Yeah, only reason I saw is somebody commented on it because he has us blocked. That's 3 weeks ago, and nothing has happened yet. Guys, when are we going to learn? Because I promise you, these AI bots are not going to be trading Mirror Protocol and BBTF. That is not what they are going to use to be moving money around. These banks that have $2 to $3 trillion on hold to be dumping into the market once the SAFE Act gets passed, they are trading blue chips. They are not going to be offering all this other stuff. People have got to quit wasting their money and putting it into these scam tokens, trying to get the next 1000X.
Speaking of scam tokens,
sure.
Are any of you guys seeing stuff on Bruno?
No. Are you?
Yes. I don't
know.
I
haven't seen anything forever.
Like, I don't know if you guys happen to remember Safe Moon Joe. He was all for Safe Moon and doing videos and all the things at the very beginning. And I feel like I'm so like, I forgot about so much of this stuff that like, I might not be telling the story accurately, but
it doesn't matter. They haven't done anything accurately or honest in forever. So
he hasn't been pro Safe Moon for a really long time. And now he's posting. Okay, we're going to need you to go in the room.
Oh, is that why you keep giving? Yes. Is that why you keep giving him bad looks?
My name's Mike D, and I'm about to get money.
Mike D, the background coughing. Is that what that was?
Yes. He is under the weather, but he just keeps coughing, and I'm like, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Anyway, so Safe Moon Joe, like he started posting stuff about when I'm the CEO, this is what's going to happen, and we're bringing this back, and blah, blah, blah. That was my mom voice, Meg. But so what is happening? Like, is it making a comeback? I mean, obviously not, because nobody seems to know about it.
That's what I think.
Okay, that would make sense.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say, Rudy. Whenever you saw that, so I'll give you the credit, but that's what I think.
So what does that even mean, right? Like,
I don't know.
I just am at a point where it's like, I'm seeing this stuff and now I'm like a little bit interested, but not enough to go down a rabbit hole to figure out what the hell is happening. Oh yeah. No way am I going down that rabbit hole. Here's the thing that really just pisses me off about the whole thing is the fact that last year. Oh, I don't catch that last year, but what gets me is those guys can do whatever they want and they can be proud of their positions and they can do behind the scenes stuff and blah, blah, blah. But they're still dragging people. And most of the time now, people that don't have much money are putting what they have into these projects and then they have nothing. And that is what I can't stand is that these projects are taking these people that are easily convinced and easily Mhm.
manipulated, easily, whatever word you want to use there.
Yeah.
And that's what I can't stand. That's why a lot of the Bruno people, I don't see their stuff. I've muted a lot of them because a lot of them during the whole trial were some of the people that were attacking us the most
Mhm.
and saying really nasty things on not just X, but YouTube.
Mhm.
That I would never even consider to even think about saying stuff like that to people that I hated or didn't like or whatever that we don't even know. So I just started muting them. So I don't see a lot of it anymore. And I'm
Yeah.
glad because it's just noise and it's never going to amount to what they say it's going to amount to. It's just not. And so,
No. Unfortunately, Mr. Caroni ruined that, and Kyle Nagy or
yeah,
Nagy or whatever, however you say his name, and everybody else that was part of that whole scandal. They ruined it. They ruined it,
Mhm.
and something that actually was
pretty cool.
a big deal. Like it was
Mhm.
going to. I mean, it was heading in the right direction,
Mhm.
better than any of these other coins that people
Oh,
are trying for.
Yeah.
it was on its own level when it comes to those coins.
Well, and then even like anytime that the official page of Bruno says anything, I do like see those too. I've been seeing them lately as well, which I haven't seen for a while, but
That's funny because I think the official page of Bruno has blocked us,
probably.
but maybe not you.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, they must just be that dumb that they don't know.
Maybe that's true.
It's like
Sometimes I give people too much credit.
I've always been so proud of like my "Let me holly at you." So you would think that they'd know that
They
that was
figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But I just like you go into the comment section of any tweet and it's like you're a scammer. I lost all my money, and I don't think that they're going to ever be able to shake that reputation now.
No
And so-
financial institution is going to take a chance on that ever.
Well, and I just don't understand why someone who has any like sort of brain up there does not see that and say, you know what, then let's stay away from this because of all the backlash. I don't care that the stupid Twitter page or X page has 1 million followers. Look at how much engagement they get.
No.
Zero. And it's all bad.
Yeah.
So you think that somebody, is going to see your tweets and be like, oh, let me look into it. They look into it and see nothing but negative. They're going to want to hop on board.
And it's been a while and it's not going away.
Tire it all together. And if you want to do your own thing, then do it.
But
Switch.
their ideas aren't good enough to go on their own. That's why they have to piggyback on the name.
That's crazy town to me, because keep the socials as is, change the name.
Yeah.
Change the name to something else and you can still have the 1 million followers.
And people won't even realize that you changed the name. They'll be like, oh, when did I start following this?
Right, that's exactly it. How many
Yeah.
times has people changed the names on you that you're like, oh shit, that's so and so, had no
Yeah.
idea.
Mhm.
Like, so just do that.
Mhm.
Retire that name because it's tarnished, as the worst reputation now.
But
You
they
don't
copied everything.
associate yourself with that anymore.
Agreed. But they got the same logo. It's just a different color.
Oh, yeah,
It's
perfect.
all dumb. And
I
I'm
don't
sorry if
get
I
it.
hurt somebody's feelings, but I'm not putting any money into that. That's just crazy to me.
It really is. There's no like sound logic anymore behind it. Like at the very beginning, I can see, oh, let me, they have 1 million followers, they have these holders, blah, blah, blah. But once that lawsuit came about, the token went bankrupt, all the things, like why would you want to attach your name to it? There are no, I'm not protesting. No, thanks. I don't protest shit. Like it doesn't do anything but cause problems. So
Yeah.
I don't.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
But I just feel like at this point, if you want to do something, then do it on your own. Stop piggybacking off Safe Moon, because the Safe Moon name sucks.
Yeah. And why they think there's value in it is beyond me.
I
do think there's still some bots out there that gets a little bit of engagement out of it.
Yeah.
But besides that, if you really think it's going to be something, you should have started fresh. Like you said, use the page, change the name, start a new whatever. But you can't just piggyback on a scam token. You can't do it. And
it's not working. Obviously, they've been
no,
for 2 years now, and it hasn't came back alive.
I will tell you that I finally got to the point where I was just disgusted by the whole thing, pulled out all my money. What was that? 2.5 years ago now?
Yeah, it's
What
been a
I
A
don't.
while.
Yeah.
And so thank you, John Crony, because I put all of the money I would have put probably into SafeMoon into Bitcoin, and it's worked out nicely. So appreciate you being a scammer.
You know, it's funny because I was watching I think it was the Duke Yukon game, and at the beginning of the game they were playing "You Gotta Pump It Up, Don't You Know, Pump It Up," and I was like, what the hell? That I can't listen to that song at all anymore because
Yeah,
like
I forgot all about that.
that was a popular song. I really thought it was like a song that was out there that SafeMoon kind of adopted, but it's not. Like it's
Yeah.
played everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I can't listen to that song without associating it to Bruno.
Yeah.
And I'm like, son of a gun, you know?
And we've talked about it before. There were some good things, but all of the good things that came out of it were relationship based. That's it.
Yeah.
That nothing else good came out of that
No.
besides the relationship. And people that keep trying to piggyback on it is just like dumb, you know?
You know, it's old. I will
is.
say it's old and washed up. Find something new.
Mhm.
But what's more sad, that or that somebody like Don Bailey is still trying to push the crap that has never succeeded, and people are defending him to the death? I don't get it. I do not understand it.
You know, I'm just kind of at the point where I just don't care.
Oh, I don't.
However, like the thing that gets me is I don't care. But then when you start involving me in your stupid shit, you better believe I'm going to fire back at you.
Well, next time they do that, let me know, and I'll go back to the 2 times we had him on the podcast as a guest, and I'll splice some stuff together, and we'll put a new video out on X. He won't see it, but everybody else will,
That would be
and then
amazing.
he'll get mad.
That'd be
But
fun.
I love editing videos, so I'd have 0 issue doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
All the crap he told us was going to happen that's never happened.
yeah, right. Well, that's the thing, is just keep me out of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're doing something great, cool. But why am I the first one on your mind that you need to tag?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's crazy. That is insane. You
So
were
maybe the next time that happens, then we'll just release a video in the comment section. And when they block that video, we'll just post it on our own page, and we'll tag all the other people that were in the comment section of that deal. And then maybe they'll all block us and we won't see any of that crap again.
perfect. But I still
Win-win.
Yeah, well, I'm not blocked yet, but even when I do block people, I still see their shit.
I know. I don't understand how that quite works.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Because
Anyway.
if somebody will tag us in something to that, well, I still see their stuff. Or if it's a friend of mine that comments on somebody that's blocked us, I still see it. Now, if I've blocked them, I don't. But what's the point of blocking if you can still see their stuff?
Right?
Like, I don't
Sure.
get it.
So they can't comment on my page?
Yeah. But speaking of socials, anyways, and I didn't even have this on the list, but we can hit this really, really quick.
Okay.
How dumb is the algorithm of X? I feel like has gotten a little bit better, but YouTube
What?
sucks. Did you see last week we put out, what I'm trying to do is put out two shorts on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of the Monday podcast, because I need Tuesday for it to be HD, to edit it, to make the videos. So we have 6.
Okay.
Our first 4 videos killed it on YouTube.
Mhm.
And then Friday shows up and one of them got like 100 views and the other one got like 50. And I'm like, nothing changed.
Weird.
And in all honesty, I try to save the best ones for Friday. I'm going to stop doing that because YouTube, what are you doing? I keep seeing the same recreated crap. And then when there's actually original content, you don't push it. Like, I don't understand. So
Yeah, my algorithm even on X is still terrible. Like, and God forbid I like one post, then that's all I see. Like, you know, so I am a trash TV.
yeah, you're gonna admit it.
Bravo. I am. It's, you know what? It just takes me out of like actual reality and puts me into these women are nuts. Like, what do they actually live like this? This is insane. But it's trash TV. That's what I call it. So I had commented on something, and now all I see is Bravo crap about like every series that I watch. And then I'm like, oh, hell no, let me put my 2 cents in there. But, and then like the next time I'll see a post about Arizona. So I'll like a post about Arizona, and then it's nothing but Arizona stuff.
Yeah.
And so then I'll get like one random about the war, and I will not click on like on that. But if I stop and read it, oh shit, there goes my algorithm. I'm seeing Warpath. It is stupid and I hate it. Can I see everything all at once or something? Because it's wild.
So that's why I kind of like it, because I clicked like on a golden retriever video, and now I just got puppy dogs all over my X feed, and it's pretty cool because I don't see all that other crap.
Else, I feel like there was something that we were talking about in the barber shop, and Mima had posted this, and I was like, what is this? And she goes, oh my gosh, Holly, it's talked about everywhere. And I'm like, I have not seen one post on my timeline about any of this. I had no idea this was going on. It was something crazy. I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but it was something going on in our world. And I saw nothing. And then she sent the post. I clicked on it, and then I saw nothing but that. And so I was like, okay, it is happening. But yeah. I can't. It's too much for me.
No, I'm with you 100%. It's insane the way that goes down. But so I just try to click on things that I want to see later. But I honestly, then I end up missing out on a bunch of different things.
Exactly.
Because I clicked on something to do with opening day baseball, and for 2 days, all I could see was baseball highlights.
Yeah.
I like baseball, but that's not what I'm actually on X for. I go to ESPN.com if I want to check out box scores or whatever.
Oh, ESPN.com.
I do too.
Awful.
Yeah.
Even their app. Anyway.
I just go scores and then go to the box. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. But speaking of that, though, opening day of baseball was Thursday. Well, I think there was a game before Thursday, but is Major League Baseball's opening, whatever you want to call it, ceremony, game, whatever, is it the weirdest out of like the big 4 sports?
I don't
because it seems like, okay, so you don't watch it, okay, but you'll watch the first NFL game, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. But it seems like to me that, and now I can't say Royals fan, okay, so they'll sell out their home opener, and then they'll have like 19,000 fans or 20,000 fans for, whatever. But I think there's more put into that one game. Like everybody's like, oh, we won, we're going to win the World Series, or oh, we lost, we suck. There's 161 more games left, guys. Like, it's crazy.
Well, was it, when was the opener?
Thursday.
Wednesday night was Dodgers
Giants was the only game, and then everybody else besides the Royals played on Thursday, and they started Friday. So
yeah, I watched the news after that, and they were like, oh, it was the opener, and they showed some highlights from the Diamondbacks, all things. And they said, we still have 160 games to go. And I was like, what in the hell?
It's a long season.
How does anybody expect me to follow 160 games? That's not collective.
Each team plays 162 games.
That's insane. So if I was a fan of multiple teams, I could not keep up. I couldn't even keep up with one.
They normally play at least 6 games a week, and sometimes 7.
I watch the playoffs, and that's as far as I can go.
And playoff baseball, I do like playoff baseball. It's pretty exciting, and the way they present it is like good TV, But baseball itself, I love the game, but I honestly don't start digging into stats and really start looking at standings until they're about 30 to 50 games into it, because it's like at that point you still have over 100 games left.
It's insane. It is insane how many games they play. Like, how are you not hurt all the time?
Yeah, it is
I
nuts.
would
But
be exhausted.
I
That's
thought
a
I would throw that in there because since that just happened, and the Royals did win their home opener.
yeah.
And so they're 2-2. So we'll see what happens. But so did you guys see that the DHS is still not funded, and the Senate put a vote in at like 3 a.m. and then they went on a 2-week vacation,
I
and it
feel
won't be back for like a week and a half.
okay, so didn't they fund or give partial back payment to the TSA people? I saw that this
So
morning on the news.
here's the thing about this whole story.
Mm-hmm.
There has been so many different articles, and not necessarily articles, but different things that I don't know that anyone knows exactly what's going on at this moment, because I saw the House pass this, now it's all good. And then Grok says, yeah, nope, that doesn't need to go through the Senate. Come to find out, it had to go through the Senate. It didn't really count. The Senate passes a different version of it. And then they're like, nope, that doesn't work either. And then they're going on 2-week vacation. And now ICE is in the airports and blah, 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 blah. So what I want to know is, when you go to Indianapolis, I need a report on TSA and what the hell is going on, because Indianapolis airport's going to be nuts.
Oh, I know. I'm a little bit nervous about it.
Yeah. Well, getting there won't be. It'll be getting out of there.
I mean, Phoenix will be probably super busy.
Oh, well, that's true, because Arizona's in the Final Four.
Yeah. But okay, so the ICE agents in the airport is a little weird to me. I don't mind them, whatever. They're just other, government workers like everybody else that's in the airport. But what I don't understand is, I just heard on the news this morning that they don't plan on leaving.
Oh, that's how it always starts.
So, so now
create an emergency, fix the emergency, and then don't take the people away.
Well, I know. So now we're going to have ICE and TSA, and the American people who pay taxes are going to have to be paying these people, because that's where the money comes from.
True.
So now we've just added on another. Here you go. Here's some more freaking people to pay.
Yeah.
Ought to make the airports a little less busy.
Is it?
Probably. I guarantee you, illegal people aren't going to be flying anymore.
Were they?
Yeah. There was the first night that the TS or the ICE was in there. I forget which international airport it was.
Mm-hmm.
There were no lines, and there was like only one TSA line to get through, and there were no lines. Nobody showed up. Like the people traveling didn't show up.
Well, do you know what time it was when they showed that line? Because I feel like the media is really trying to push that this is a good idea to have ICE people there. And so they show.
Well, it depends on what channel you watch.
Because ICE was in Phoenix. They came to Phoenix. They're at the airport in Phoenix. And one of my friends says she waited 2.5 hours in the TSA line. But they were there. So, like, the time of the day really matters. The season.
The day matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day absolutely matters. Like, are you showing us shit on Tuesday and Wednesday? Because nobody really flies on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Go check out Vegas Airport on a Sunday, or go check it out whenever it comes to like a Tuesday afternoon or something like that.
Yeah. See, King said Houston Airport was 4 hours, and I know ICE is in Houston, because I have a whole list of they posted a whole list of all the cities, because it's not everywhere. It's in big cities. And Houston was one of them. San Antonio is one of them. Arizona is, Phoenix is. Tucson is not, but Phoenix is, which is kind of weird. Because
wasn't Atlanta on that list too, I think?
Yeah, I mean, Chicago's on there.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Florida. There's quite a bit, right? But it's not every airport. It's not every major airport either. It's in certain cities.
It's not, as far as I know, it's not in Kansas City.
And I'm sure there was like analytics done behind it of how many people go in and go out. And so, let's get the higher traffic.
Well, that's my issue, is when we go out to Vegas in a couple of weeks and meet up with you, that getting through Kansas City is probably not going to be a big deal. But what's it going to be like to get home? Because Vegas airport is way busier than Kansas City's airport. That we do have a super late flight on that Sunday evening. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping it'll be okay. But that's one of the things I told Caleb. I was like, at some point, if this whole TSA thing is still a nightmare and like we start seeing things that it's backing up in Kansas City, we're probably just going to drive because I can't imagine what it would be like in Vegas.
Well, I think that we're driving because prices for, to get a flight from Phoenix, it's a 45-minute flight. It's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
$600 now, right now. And I
Oh,
can
that's
only
way
imagine,
more than we paid from Kansas
right,
City.
right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I can only imagine, it has there's nothing really big going on while we're there.
Right.
So I don't understand why the flights would be about $600.
Fuel.
Mhm.
So I think we're going to end up just driving, which is fine too. Like it's only a 5-hour drive for us.
Holly, if it was 5 hours for me, I would never even be a question. I would be driving it
Oh my
every
gosh.
time.
You tell me when you like get home from Vegas, 45 minutes, and tell me that you'll never think about
Yeah.
flying. It is the most like, oh, I'm home. Like, yay, you
Oh, I don't know what that feels like. It takes 3
it's
hours to get home.
it's amazing. And yes, King's right. I think
Yeah.
that, they're really amping up the prices because of fuel.
Fuel
Oh,
costs.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
and
that's plain as day. It's happening here.
we
Yeah.
looked at what it costs now to fly out of Kansas City to go to Vegas on the same exact dates, and it's over $150 each way per ticket.
Oh, I believe.
More. And so I'm just glad we booked when we booked.
Yeah.
So, but at some time too, I wonder if they're going to be, if they're going to allow people to start canceling their flights because of TSA and the long waits, and not give them like flight vouchers to actually
Hmm.
let them just cancel. I'd be curious to see how that's going to work.
Mm.
But because right now, I mean, it's a pain in the butt for the travelers, but it's got to be killing the airlines.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has to be. And because how would you like to be on that tiny little cylinder with a bunch of pissed off people for a 3-hour flight? Even even if it was full, those flight attendants, their life's got to suck. Like that's not going to be a good time at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I do expect a report on TSA though this weekend. Whenever you go to Indianapolis, I would really like to see it.
They're suggesting not to come. Wow.
Well, what's that? I heard today that I'm gonna make it bigger. Are saying the lines are gone, meaning there is no line,
Yeah.
and
The
to please
airline?
not arrive prior to the suggested 9 minutes. I hope that's true, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
When do you fly out? Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Okay, text me and let me know how it went.
I will. I
Because
will give an update.
Live stream it.
I'm planning on calling the airport the Monday before we're supposed to fly out and just see what the TSA waits are and kind of judge it from that. Because if we do end up driving,
Do you guys not have an app that tells you?
I don't fly enough to download their apps. I fly once a year.
Good.
It's to Vegas. That's it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we
Hey,
shall-
so let's talk about one last thing and then we'll call it a day because it's been on the air for over an hour. We'll try to keep this right about an hour. So, no Kings protest. Did you see that kind of all blew back up again this last weekend? Did anybody
Yes.
see that?
I saw that.
Caleb and I saw it in person because
The
we were
flag?
moving. No, like
the daddy flag?
the daddy flag. I don't know what you're talking
Did you not
about.
hear about that? Oh my.
You're
I
gonna
don't-
tell us now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know where it was, but there was a protest going on and a plane drove by, and you know how they have the banners in the back
Yeah.
and it says he's no king but he's your daddy.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Well,
Yeah.
and that's one thing. So Caleb and I moved his oldest daughter Saturday, and we moved from kind of the rural area to the city, and we were returning the U-Haul, and there's people on an overpass. I don't know, 70 of them.
Yeah,
And then inside where we at a stoplight, there was another 30 people there, and like jumping up and down and dancing and dressed up. I couldn't even read their signs. And some people were honking in support. Some people were flipping them off because they didn't agree with them. I don't understand the protest though. Twofold.
Maybe that's why I don't protest.
Well, twofold. What one? I got better things to do than stand on a street corner and listen to Mike D cough.
Yeah.
No, but I got better things to do than stand on a street corner. Like, and I think those people were there most of the day, right?
Mhm.
Two,
Yeah.
it's called a No Kings protest. We don't even have a king, and
He's
they supported that in England this weekend. They were supporting the Americans' No King protest. They actually have a king. So I'm like, what's happening? And Meg, I think you might be right. All of the people I saw in person in Kansas City, they all had to be at least 60 plus. And
Our sister was there.
this weekend again?
Yeah.
Well, she's just dumb. But seriously, how bored
You guys are terrible.
do you have to be? Now, you know what? I'm going to go somewhere real fast because I had this conversation with somebody earlier. I'm not
Okay.
terrible. I'm just honest. And if people don't like the truth, don't ask me questions because I lost the BS filter a long time ago. I try not to be mean, but I'm still going to be truthful. And when it comes to that, she's dumb. It is what it is. But what are we protesting? Really, what are we protesting? No kings? Okay.
I really don't know.
It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Our president of the United States is not a king. If he was, you would not be protesting because he would just have you killed. That's how kings do things. They rule with an iron fist because they don't have to. There's no votes.
Yeah.
They are the power.
Yeah.
So that makes no sense to me. Plus, I feel like there's been many times in history where we were forced to do things that made me feel like our president was more of a king than what we're going through right now. And listen, I'm not the huge Trump supporter guy. I'm not a huge fan of the man. I think he's a jerk. I think he's a good businessman. I don't know if he tells us the truth half the time because he's a politician just like everybody else. I've actually been more disappointed in him than I have any other president because, like I said before, he's the one I never really thought could be corrupted because he's a billionaire. Who cares what they're offering him? But so far he hasn't got all of his promises fulfilled yet. And I know there's still time, but I don't understand the protest part of it. I just don't. I don't get it.
I think it has everything to do with the war. What is happening right now with Iran, Israel.
I don't think so because they had no king protests this time last year.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. My sister went to that one too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's tradition.
Traditional no kings protests.
I don't
Maybe.
know. I mean, to me, like I could totally understand people protesting this. What is going on over there? I don't even want to call it a war. I don't know what's going on over there. It is
True.
chaos.
Nobody
And
knows what's
it's
going on.
causing problems for me.
Mhm.
Okay, like well, all of us. But I care about myself. It's causing problems. I could totally understand protesting the shit that's happening over there. But no kings, I don't get it.
Okay, but let me ask you this. If you were protesting anything when it comes to the government, do you think it make a difference?
No, unfortunately not. And
Not
that's
unless 6 million people showed up to DC, right? I mean, it would have to be massive.
well, and that's, I mean, a lot of the stuff that happens within our government, I don't agree with.
Yeah. I mean, they had the Million Man March in Washington however many years ago, and I don't think that changed anything.
Yeah, like can we protest taxes already? Can all of us get together? No taxes. Shit.
Yeah. Because I think the new protest really, this is a successful protest is with where and what you spend your money on.
Mm-hmm.
You quit giving your money to something, you don't even have to go back and forth. It's like
protest in history.
Yeah, and see, I don't know if that's true or not either because I've read that and I've also seen other people say no, it wasn't. So I have no idea. Just like we talked about last week, how do we actually know what's true? And that's what the frustrating part about it is because if I would have not left a 50-mile radius of my house, I would have never seen it. I would have never known. But since we were moving his daughter that day, we ran into it. Like I said, there might have been 70 people on the bridge. Caleb, what do you think?
Yeah.
Was there that many?
60 to 70.
And on the street corner, there was
maybe
50, maybe. So, I mean, and in Kansas City, it wasn't just in one street corner. Okay, don't get me wrong. They had it. But my guess is that was probably the average turnout because where we were at was a pretty liberal area of Kansas City.
Mhm.
And so I don't know. And maybe people in Kansas City don't care as much as people in other places. I saw there were huge fights breaking out in Seattle over the No Kings protest.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's crazy. So yeah, it's insane. I just wish that we could actually know what was happening. Like we could just trust the news. Now maybe they've never been honest. I don't know, but I do know for a fact that they used to report on the news and not give us their opinions.
Mm.
They would just show us what was happening,
Whoa.
and then we could make our own opinion.
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore.
No,
at
that's not
all.
a thing. It hasn't been a thing for probably 25, 30 years.
No, like I said, like I watch all the news channels and try to find one commonality, and that's maybe the truth. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There, I don't know what to believe anymore, and I feel like if everybody's talking about the same thing, then that must be true.
Or if you see a super conservative network report on something that's super liberal or vice versa, then I'm like, okay, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why would they be reporting on that? Right.
Exactly. Mhm.
So, but I don't, like we said yesterday, we don't have time to sort through all the
I don't.
crap to figure it out. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but we're just here to talk about it and see what other people think. So, next week possibly could be season 6. I would say right now it's about a 90% or 5. Sorry,
Wow.
I would say there's a 95% chance it's not going to be next Monday,
It's not
but
good.
we'll keep you updated on the socials because we're only. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 podcasts before we meet up for Vegas, and if we don't meet next week, then only 3. So, and
Yay.
yeah, I'm really looking
ready.
forward to it. It's gonna be a good time. So maybe we'll have to do some truth or dare whenever season 5 does start. Though we do have a special Caleb's Choice that we're going to bring back for that one, and then maybe we could get some truth or dare going in Vegas again, like we did
Oh,
a
that would
couple
be
years ago.
Yeah.
Although I can't sing and I'm not going to be a street performer like we made Holly do. That was
They
still
did.
one of my all-time favorite videos. But
Mm.
anyways, guys, thanks for tuning
I'll have
in.
to do an eating challenge.
Yeah, we're going to try to find one. Even if we don't succeed, we can share it.
True.
Yeah, that'll have to be against you guys because I can't eat a lot anymore at all.
Oh, no. It's Caleb versus the restaurant. It's not me
Me
versus
versus the
Caleb.
world.
Yeah, it's not a challenge between the 3 of us. It's Caleb versus the restaurant because
Okay.
I know for a fact that if I try to eat Caleb, I'm not enjoying the rest of my trip. I'm going to be hurting. So, yeah, I don't know. But guys, have a great week. Maybe we'll see you next Monday. We'll let you know. God bless.
Go Wildcats.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.